Hey guys, welcome to another tier list. Yes, welcome to Cartoon Network tier ranking. Yes, in this one, I'm going to be doing shows that are on Cartoon Network, whether they're Cartoon Network originals or they're television shows that Cartoon Network bought out and now they're on Cartoon Network. These are all the shows I've watched. Most of these are shows I grew up with. And yeah, I'm just gonna be sorting them out throughout my opinion, obviously. S being the best, F being the worst. Again, strictly my opinion of these shows. If you love these shows or don't love these shows, then that's fine. And if you don't agree with me, that's what the comment section is for. So let's get to it. These are all the shows I've watched that are on Cartoon Network, and let's talk about them. Some I'm not going to go too much in depth with because, well, there's not much to say. Like Steven Universe. or I could just hear everyone, what? You fucking idiot! Like, Steven Universe is not a show I could get really into, personally. Um, this has nice animation. It's very trippy. It's got some pretty interesting ideas and stuff. And I can see why people like this show. I can understand the fandom. That's why I'm putting it in the C tier. I don't hate the show. It's not for me, though. After about 12 episodes, I was done. I was like, it's not. It's just not for me. Just not for me. That's really the only way I can say. It's just not. It's not my kind of show. And yeah, but I understand the fandom, and that's why I'll put it in the C tier. Same with Adventure Time. This is another show. Again, the animation's cool. I like that it's different. It goes bizarre. It goes completely out there. After like 11 or 12 episodes, sorry, I'm moving my chair. After 11 or 12 episodes, I just really didn't want to watch it again anymore. I was just like, all right, I'm done with this. This is just not my thing. Simple as that. All right, let's get into 16. I know everyone's gonna be just annoyed now. They're like, okay, wait. Hold on. You put Steven Universe and Adventure Time in the C tier, and you put 16 in the B tier? Are you on fucking crack? Yeah, I am. No, 16 is a show I did watch. I actually quite enjoyed it. It takes a lot of place in like the mall and everything. And again, the show came out around when I was around 15, 16-ish. So I related to the characters a little bit. It's a bit silly, a bit corny, but I found it relatable and I just enjoyed watching it. It was like on TV every day at like 5 o'clock, and I just was always watching it and just, kept my enjoyment. So that's why I can describe 16. Then there's Powerpuff Girls. My sister was a huge Powerpuff Girls fan, and I liked it too. I like the story of these like young girls that this professor created out of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Um, I love that they're just like these superpowers, and they all have like their own distinct personalities. Like, uh, Bubbles is like the she's bubbly, she's sensitive, she likes animals and rainbows and stuff. Then Blossom is wait, which one's Blossom? Blossom, Buttercup. Yeah, no. See, that's Blossom, Buttercup. Sorry, Bubbles. I'm trying to remember their names. Their names are so fucking confusing. Bubbles, Blossom, Buttercup. Buttercup's the tough one. Blossom's like the leader, and she's more stern and everything. And then what really makes me enjoy the show the most, though, are the villains. I love the villains. I love them more than the professor, the mayor, the Powerpuff Girls themselves. Like, I love him. He's a great villain. I love Mojo Jojo. He's great. Evil Monkey. I like Fuzzy. I like the Gangrene Gang. I love these villains. They're such creative and super funny and enjoyable and even intimidating villains, and I just really enjoyed watching them. I was always rooting for the villains and stuff, and just Powerpuff Girls was always a really good show. And yeah, I know that remake is supposed to come out. Ugh. Here we go, Animaniacs. I'm gonna put in B tier because if we're going classic Animaniacs, it's A tier. But now that the new one came out, it puts it down to the B tier because the new one's like a C tier. So old one, new one, mixed together, B tier. Animaniacs, I'm gonna just talk about the new one is meh. I don't like a lot of episodes and just it doesn't have that clever satire like the original Animaniacs had. The original Animaniacs was so clever, so well written. The characters were fantastic. It brought Pinky in the Brain. So many great skits that they put in. It's almost kind of like a weird SNL, but with cartoons and stuff. And it's just so funny. And yeah, I've always enjoyed Animaniacs. Dragon Ball Z, sheer biases right here. Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite animes of all time, and I'm proud that it was on Cartoon Network, and I'm proud that it was on YTV, that I got to watch it. It's a amazing, kick-ass action anime. This was my favorite television show like ever growing up. I loved it. I loved all the sagas, the Sand Saga, the Frieza Saga, the Cell games, the Brawly movies, the Majin Buu saga. Like, I love the story of these Sand Warriors trying to defend Earth and stuff, finding the 7 Dragon Balls and everything. I love it. This has some of my favorite characters in anime, like Vegeta. Vegeta's in my top 5 favorite characters in any anime shows ever. Goku, one of the best likable protagonists in an anime. Again, the villains, Frieza and Cell and Majin Buu, just so great. Just the action is so badass. I know it's a heavily made fun of anime because of the certain things when they go like Super Saiyan, but I love Dragon Ball Z, and still to this day, I watch it and I still love it. All right, now we got the Clone Wars, which is A tier. I fucking love the Clone Wars. There are filler. I will fully admit, just like Dragon Ball Z, there is filler in the Clone Wars. But the show is absolutely excellent. The way they did Anakin and Obi-Wan, and how they brought in this new character of Ahsoka, just amazing. The way it ties into the prequels, and it even makes the prequels better. Like, that's a good show when it makes the prequels were just okay-ish movies, but they made them mean something and mean a lot more. And characters that we barely knew make them intriguing and put more depth into them, like Kit Fisto and Darth Maul and Mundi and stuff. Like there's like whole episodes of all these Jedi's that we never got to know. Like again, like Plo Koon and everything, which I love. I love the Clone Wars television show, and I think it's probably one of the best Star Wars television shows ever made. Now I know. Now let's get to something that isn't that good. The Mummy, the animated series. This animation is super ugly. This is during the time period like they were making shows off of like movies and stuff, and the Mummy franchise was doing so well. This was the 2000s. Um, the show isn't very good. I wouldn't say it's dog shit, but it's not good, and it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really tie into the Mummy series at all. It was literally just made to, get kids into the Mummy franchise and, maybe sell toys or something. Didn't really work. Teen Titans Go. Fucking hate that show. I hate it. I know, again, there's a fan base for Teen Titans Go. I am not one of them. I fucking can't stand Teen Titans Go. I think it's so annoying show. The fucking show's so stupid. I know it's supposed to be like, oh, it's clever, it's satire. Not funny to me. You know what is great though? Original Teen Titans. Original Teen Titans is great. Really great show. I love the battle they have with like Slade Wilson. I love Robin's story. Starfighter story. Raven has done so great. Beast Boy's a great comic relief, and I love Teen Titans. Again, I grew up with it. Oh yeah, I talked about Dragon Ball Z. I got to talk about Dragon Ball GT, which is not very good. um, um, if Dragon Ball was on here, it would be in the B tier. Dragon Ball Super is not on here because I don't think that's not Cartoon Network. I don't think so. Super would be in the A tier too, but like, GT, literally destroys a lot of characters in the Dragon Ball Z universe. The whole show, Goku is a child, and it's really annoying. Pan is one of the main characters. She is one of the most annoying characters. All the characters that we all love are barely in it, like Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan, Bulma. All these great characters are barely in the show. And when they finally do something good, it retcons a lot of things and just, ugh. The only thing I didn't mind in GT was the when they were facing like Omega Shenron and stuff. That stuff was pretty cool, but other than that, the show doesn't really work. Let's go Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is A tier. Rick and Morty is a great show. This is a very funny show. It's still going now, and I still really, really love this show. Super, super funny show. It's again, it was heavily inspired, obviously, to the Back to the Future, and it's got a lot of energy, like a Robot Chicken and Family Guy and stuff. But like, this is Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon did an amazing job with this show. The animation, the quick styles, the music, the amazing story they go with the evil Morty and stuff. All that's good shit, and the show's just it's so good. I want to know how it ends. It's so good. Atomic Betty, not a huge Atomic Betty fan. I watched some episodes here and there. That's all I gotta say. Meh. Pokemon. Pokemon. I'll put in the C tier because the child in me loves Pokemon. Like, absolutely adores Pokemon and loves the show. And just I watched it and I always loved it. Just now as an adult, just doesn't do anything for me. Then there's a couple. I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna put some shows into categories that again I enjoyed as a kid, but maybe not as much now. Johnny Bravo was one. Ed and Eddie, Woody Woodpecker, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and the Chipmunks. Yeah, because all these other shows I have a lot more to say, but all these kind of shows I watched as a kid, liked it, enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with it as a kid, but as an adult, it just doesn't really hold up for me personally. Just yeah. Justice League / Justice League Unlimited is a very good show. Put in B tier, very good, excellent show. They stay very true to the Justice League comics, also adding in their own new characters and new style to it, and really enjoyed. Superman's also a very good show, and it ties into the Justice League show and almost like Batman the Animated Series and stuff. All good stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh! I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy than a Pokemon and even a Digimon guy. I collected Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I played the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games and stuff. I've even rewatched some of Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently, and as corny and silly as it is and doesn't make sense, I still enjoy it. I think it holds up a little bit, and I still have a lot of fun with it and have a lot of great memories with it. Batman, the animated series. It has to go to S tier, yeah. Batman the Animated Series is just a perfect Batman story. It does everything that a Batman story should do, and it barely has any problems. It does all the villains, all the heroes, all properly. Kevin Conroy is still I'll stand with that he's one of the best Batmans ever. Mark Hamill, one of the best Jokers. This one actually does Mr. Freeze's story properly. It brings also in new characters and introduced us to Harley Quinn and stuff. Like, it's a damn near perfect Batman story. So yeah, I love it. I love Batman the Animated Series. Dexter's Laboratory is a lot of fun. This still is a very fun show about this nerdy kid and his sister Dee Dee trying to ruin all his experiments. It's all great. It's a lot of fun. Jackie Chan Adventures, also a very fun show. Even though Jackie Chan is not the voice of the Jackie Chan, I always loved watching the show coming home from school and again having so much fun watching it. Jackie Chan trying to find all these talismans and stuff, learning the fighting styles, teaching his niece Jade all the ways and stuff. It's great. It's a fun show. Total Drama. Yeah, Total Drama. That's also B tier. This show is literally just a straight satire of Survivor. and it's very funny. As a Survivor fan, it's funny. Over the Garden Wall is another. I'm loading the B tier up. Over the Garden Wall is a very good miniseries that was on Cartoon Network with Elijah Wood. It's a great show, but there's two brothers going out trick or treating for Halloween. They go over this garden wall into this magical, mystical world that is borderline torturous because they have to escape. It's almost very like it's like Halloween Town meets Alice in Wonderland. That's kind of like the best way to describe it. The new Looney Tunes show was actually pretty darn good. There's some funny stuff. It's not the classic Looney Tunes that we all know and love, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty loyal. I actually wish it lasted a little longer. It was actually pretty good. Young Justice is also pretty good. And the Tiny Toon Adventures is also B tier. It's tiny and toony. We're all little loony. Reboot is so good. It's very dated now with its like CG animation, but it was very revolutionary at the time, and it really like set the landmark of animation and science fiction cartoon shows. Always loved Enzo as a character. Megabyte was great too. Just yeah, the whole story about taking place in a computer. It's really cool. Really cool stuff. Batman Beyond, A tier. Batman Beyond's a fantastic show. I love it. It's almost, you can maybe say, some people say it's better than Batman the Animated Series. I wouldn't go that far, but it's still fantastic. This new Batman, Bruce Wayne training a new Batman, all these new villains and stuff. It delves more into the psyche of being Batman and growing up as with an idol such as Batman and stuff. I really enjoy it, and the Batman Beyond movie is also fantastic. And we got Samurai Jack, which is also A tier. Really great action, adventure, fantasy television show. It gets dark, gets brutal. It doesn't shy too much for the adult themes, but also good for the kids as well. Fantastic. So yeah, oh man, a lot of B tier. I didn't expect this many B tiers, but all right, let's sort this out. If I went with best, it's this, but I'm going with childhood and my childhood favorite. So Dragon Ball Z is the best for me. It's my favorite. It's a personal list. I love Dragon Ball Z so much, and I've watched it a lot more times than Batman. Even though I grew up with Batman, and I've watched it quite a few times, but it's not Dragon Ball Z though. A tier, Star Wars has to stay there. I'm gonna put Rick and Morty at the bottom, and then Batman Beyond, Samurai Jack. Yeah, all these are amazing, excellent shows. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about them. In the B tier, a lot of B tier. This is good. B tier is a very good tier to be in, and there's a lot of great shows on Cartoon Network. So what's on the top of B tier? What deserves the top spot? I would say Animaniacs deserves the top spot. Despite the new one not being great, that classic is still a classic. And then I put Teen Titans. I'm gonna put all like the superhero ones because they're all very good shows. Even Young Justice is very good. Even though I have issues with Young Justice, it's still a very good show. Next, I'm gonna say Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm having fun with it now. Then Powerpuff Girls. Then Dexter's Lab. Oh shit. Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. Then I'm gonna put the Looney Tunes with the Tiny Toons. Shit, what the hell? God, I'm bad at this. I'll put Jack Chan next. Then Reboot. Then there we go. That's my beer list. All these are great shows. C tier, not bad shows. Most of these shows are just not my cup of tea right now. As a grown adult, just they're not shows I go back to and watch. I know a lot of people. It's a lot of people's favorites, like especially these three here are like a lot of people's favorites of all time, but they're just not for me. But I'm gonna put Pokemon on the top, and then these three. Adventure Time Steven Universe, because again, it means so much to a lot of people. Then Johnny Bravo, then Woody Woodpecker, then Courage the Cowardly Dog. There we go. The D tier list. Oh no, I haven't checked one. This is C tier. The D tier, Actually, Dragon Ball GT pisses me off more, so I'll put Mummy than GT. 2 nights ago sucks. It's a terrible show. Fucking hate that show. So there we go. This is my tier list for all of the Cartoon Network television shows I have seen. So let me know in the comment section below if you agree with this list. And if not, give me your guys' favorites, least favorite shows that are on Cartoon Network. Let me know in the comment section below. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.